In this video, I'm going to share 7 transformational shifts that changed my own, my peace, and my connection with my children. By the end of this video, you will understand how to stop fighting who your child is and start discovering who God designed them to be. Have you ever looked at your child and thought, why can't you just listen? Why are you so different from what I imagined? I used to think the same thing till I realized the problem wasn't my child. The problem was the picture of who I thought my child should be. What if I told you that most parenting frustration doesn't come from your child? It comes from your expectation of who your child should be. The first transformational shift, from expectation to observation. Parenting begins to change when you stop trying to make your child fit into your imagination and start learning who your child really is. For a long time, I parented out of expectation, expecting obedience, calmness, or neatness, because that was what I valued. But when my child didn't fit that mood, I became frustrated. Then I started watching, really watching, and then I noticed how one child needed space before speaking, while another needed touch to feel safe. Observation replaced my frustration with understanding. Here is the shift. Instead of saying, why can't you just? Start asking, what is this moment showing me about who my child is? You are not just raising a child, you are discovering a person. You can keep a small wiring journal. Take note of what energizes your child or what calms your child. Within few weeks, you will begin to see patterns that reveals your child's God-given wiring. The second shift is from correction to connection. I used to believe that discipline means immediate correction, but I learned something life-changing. Correction without connection leads to rebellion or withdrawal. One day, my daughter accidentally spilled juice on the floor, and I snapped, "You are always careless." She froze. In that moment, I saw it. Fear, not defiance. I knelt, hugged her, and said, "It's okay, mistake happens." That single moment changed everything. When your child feels seen, correction becomes guidance, not punishment. Before you instruct, connect. Look into your child's eyes and speak calmly. Maybe touch his shoulder. You will be amazed at how discipline becomes an act of love, not control. The third shift is from control to guidance. Here is the truth that changed my life. You are not raising a project. You are guiding a person. Control demands compliance. Guidance invites cooperation. When we control, we communicate fear. Fear that if we don't, everything will fall apart. But guidance says, I trust you are learning. You need to shift your language. Instead of saying, do as I say, say, let's figure this out together. It builds trust and leadership in your child. In those days, when my son refused to do his chores, I usually say, you have to do it because I said so. But now I know better. I'd rather play. Let's plan 5 minutes to finish this. Then you can go back. And guess what? Less resistance, more teamwork. The fourth shift is from performance to purpose. Somewhere along the way, some of us started parenting for performance. Good grades, perfect manners, early milestones. But children are not defined by what they achieve. They are shaped by who they are becoming. I once overheard a boy say, "Mom is only happy when I get it right." That broke me because I realized how easy it is to make love conditional. What if we begin to celebrate effort, progress, the process, and kindness, not just the results? When you affirm character over performance, your child begins to believe, I am loved, not because I perform, but because I belong. The fifth shift is from fear to faith. Fear-driven parenting sounds like, what if they fall behind? What will people think? What if I'm failing as a parent? But faith-led parenting says, God is writing the story of my child, and I don't have to hold the pen. When you parent from faith, peace replaces panic. Let me give you a practice. Each morning, whisper a simple prayer. Lord, help me to trust you with this child today. And watch how that daily surrender shifts your tone, your patience, and even your joy. The sixth shift from comparison to celebration. Every child blooms in their own season and style, but social media has made it almost impossible not to compare. One parent posts that her child is reading by age 4, another speaks 3 languages, and suddenly we feel behind. But comparison breeds shame, and celebration, it breeds confidence. Your child's pace is not a problem. It is the part of his or her design. Instead of saying, why aren't you, say, I love how you do things. The seventh shift from reaction to reflection. Strong emotions often cloud wise parenting. Our children push our buttons, not to destroy our peace, but to expose where healing is still needed in us. When your child acts out, pause, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what is this behavior trying to tell me? That moment of tantrum at bedtime may not be defiance. It might be your child is saying, I am tired, or I miss you. Reflection helps you to respond, not react. And the parents who reflect teaches emotional intelligence by example. One of my simple mantra is pause, then parent. When we stop trying to change who our children are and start discovering who God designed them to be. If you found value here, then watch my next video. How to stop your child's tantrum even before it began.